Just waiting for YouTube. Or my usual tab I have open to make it faster for my live streams on YouTube was closed, so I had a few things going wrong today. That's okay. We're okay, but does mean that I have to okay. Finally, I get my notifications set out. All right, and since we did not play last week, I'm not playing like a lot extra time or whatever today, but since I did not play last week, we're just gonna get right into this. Already tested chat and everything. I'm running behind, and I didn't play last week, so just jumping straight into it. I'm gonna get myself something to drink, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where we left off, what exactly I need to do. Not sure I fully remember. Turn my system volume down some. Loud in my ears. There we go. So we plotted where we've got the course, yeah, plotted on the map. And we've got the sextant, but I still can't get outside, so I don't know how I'm going to do something like plotting a course. Don't know what the point of the pocket watch is either.
A pocket watch. It probably doesn't show the right time, but it's still working. So I can use it for other things.
Like timing how fast Lex moves around the ship, hobbling or something. And I've had these especially for forever, but also this for a long time. Don't know with either of those either. Trying to remember if I have this still connected. I do. Let's disconnect that.
I've detached the cargo from the crane.
So I don't think, I'm not sure, but I don't think there's anything more in here I want to do. That was already down, which is, I didn't remember that I had dropped that. I was thinking, actually, after I clicked this, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have to raise it up or something, or lower it down, but it was already down. Not sure what that means, really. Freight, sacks, pipes, yeah, I've analyzed those already in the past. Okay, let's move the crate. I don't think I'm gonna get a different result though right now. I don't think I've done enough to. What up? See, I don't know how I connect it to that boat to move the boat. I don't think I have anything to connect that with. If I had a large, it'd have to be kind of large, obviously, but if I had a large hook or something, maybe. Is there forward, right? Okay, that might be something to tie the sextant, or not the sextant, the chipping log to, maybe, later, and then if I lower that. But that boat's still in the way, so that's not going to help. Well, how do I get... It's still in the way. I'm not going to be able to get out.
Something is barring the door. I can't get out.
Yeah.
The lifeboat is blocking the door.
Yeah, I don't know how I move that. Okay, let's move this back for now. I'm not going to be combining any of those either. Don't think I'm going to be able to get a bearing doing that, maybe.
It's too foggy. There's no way I could use the sextant to determine our position. Hey, what's that?
Oh.
A seagull. There must be land ahead. Used to steer the ship. But with no one steering it, who knows where we might end up.
So the sextant is gone now. But we did get the signal from the seagull, so land is coming up. Land is coming up. If I look at this again,
That's the route.
land is coming up. Does that mean here? No. Let's see. Hmm. Maybe talk to Lex now? Because we have an idea of the route, and we now know land is coming up, so maybe. See if we could tell him anything.
Did you find out anything?
I've tried to fix our position with a sextant.
Great. Did you succeed?
No, I didn't. It was too foggy. But I'm sure that we're not that far from land.
Damn. There must be a way to find out where we are and how fast we're moving. Is there anything else?
The compass on the bridge. Something's not quite right here.
What's wrong with it?
It's spinning like crazy. I can't determine whether we're heading north, west, south, or east.
I don't believe this. Well, we should at least find out how fast we're moving. Is there anything else?
I need to go.
So, where am I going to use the chipping log? I'm trying to think of a place where I could use that without letting tons of water in. I think we're too far up. In the captain's quarters to be able to see, but maybe. Let me see. Because captain's quarters does have a window, at least one, or maybe windows that we could open. At least one, but maybe more. Okay. Here.
Why is this stubborn idiot dragging himself through the corridors? He's lost an unnecessary amount of blood.
Didn't mean to click the blood itself, but that's fine. Okay. Why? Oh, it's doing the help. I didn't mean to hover over the help, sorry. I mean, I don't think I can do this, but we'll try. Oh, no, I can. Okay, good. I thought we were too high up. I thought I did it before. Maybe not.
Good. At least now we know how many knots the ship is going at.
So a ghost just suddenly
I should get back to
appeared
Lex as
behind her.
quickly as possible.
Ah, nice. Okay. The crewman or captain, whatever that was is like, oh, interesting. Well, I guess we'll find out actually which one that was. Hang on. Not here. This is Doctor. Oh yeah. So back out here, and then down here. Let's see which one that was. I think it was one of the guys that was bad. So Hell's Gate probably. Let's just turn this. So that's Fiona, the girl. Was like gonna end up in heaven, I guess, or whatever. That's the captain.
Figuring
So
wears a captain's hat.
So it's not
no
the
doubt
captain we
it's the
saw.
captain. And it's got to signify something that he's emerging from the gates of hell.
And it's not the... So we did not see the captain. I think it might be like the cook, but I'm not sure. Saw him in the captain's quarters, though. Why I was thinking initially it might have been the captain. But I guess no.
Is that the craftsman who built this clock? Might be. That must be the doctor. The clock's creator placed him in hell.
I think we saw the doctor. Let's see who else, but I think that was the doctor.
Looks like it's the cook who's coming out of the gates of heaven.
So the cook was good, I guess. According to this. And this is, if I remember right, this is just some random crewman, right?
A sailor. The craftsman who constructed this clock has placed him in hell.
Yeah. Okay, so one more actually for heaven. One more guy from heaven. We got the craftsman, the cook, and I thought there was one other person. Oh, Fiona, of course. Fiona's in heaven. That's right. Yeah. Yep. So this will be Fiona again. Yeah.
This figurine is smaller. It could be a child. A girl.
Alright, okay.
The figurine looks like the girl I saw in my visions. Fiona! Does that mean that it's really happened? Is it real?
Alright. I was getting it reset back later. Although I don't know why exactly, because it's not like I know a specific position. Okay. Yeah, so going to talk to Lex about the freaky ghost I just saw.
Did you find out anything?
I was able to determine the ship's speed using a chip log.
At least we know how fast we're going. If only we knew more about the ship's route. Is there anything else?
I have the map. Why do I not know? Apparently I don't know the ship's route. Or no, oh no, here we go. I found out what route we are. I thought this was something else for some reason.
I found out what route we're on.
That should be sufficient. If it's true what you say, then we're following a sea current. And if there's really land nearby, then we're currently sailing past a very small island. Because the rudder is stuck, we'll be sailing on, out into the open sea for days, maybe weeks. We can only survive if we get off the ship immediately and head for that island.
Of all things, it's the lifeboat blocking the way out. We're trapped in here.
We need to get out somehow, and fast. We need to set that lifeboat afloat.
I saw a crane.
If you can operate it, you can use it to lift away the lifeboat and solve two problems at the same time.
I'll try.
And watch yourself. Here, take this.
The revolver. What am I supposed to do with it? There's no one here apart from the two of us.
I'm not so sure about that anymore.
What do you mean?
Take it, just in case. You'll need it more than I will. Do you know how to use it?
I think sometimes it's more important to know when not to use it.
You've got a point there.
So, this was just books? Okay. Before there was something hidden here. I like saw the tooltip, was like, don't think I can get
A
in
nicely
here, right?
carpentered, solid wardrobe. The owner was obviously concerned that someone would open it. It's locked up with a combination lock that's completely rusted up.
And this is also locked,
There's a picture
right?
of a key on it. There's a picture of a key on it.
Actually, maybe not locked, but how am I going to move? Back on the crane goes down to the mess. Forward on the crane goes to that shaft. So I don't know. It's not helpful to go down. I was thinking initially there's the like the lifeboat or whatever, and if we put the crane down and that maybe drop in the lifeboat and it could hook or something. But there's that shaft, so that's not gonna work because it's just gonna go down that shaft again. Pretty sure. Let's go up here anyway, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Should go down in the hole, right? Yeah. Yeah, I see. So the question would be then, how do I don't think I can hook it up to the lifeboat or anything from there.
The shaft leads down to the ship's mess hall. Above the grating, I can see a crane.
Oh, that's that shaft. Oh, my bad. I thought...
A hatch in the hull. It's very rusty. Even if it were open, it would only lead outside, where there's nothing but water.
Right, but... Mess hall forward... No? Wouldn't go into here. I don't think. Let's look out the portholes and see if I can see anything in those. Maybe. Can I even look at the porthole? Slightly. No. Okay. Keep
The glass
looking
is
at this.
cracked, but the mirror is still in one piece.
Where's that go? So that's the mess hall. We're going forward to here, right? But I don't have another way of like kind of looking down the side or anything of the ship. Mess hall, maintenance shaft, mess hall. It's not over here, right? Yeah, cannot look out that. This is not one we can try to open or anything. I guess it's probably just wall paneling, actually. Where did that go? If that's not... No. Huh.
The ship that we wanted to sail to Europe, it sunk somewhere out there.
Hey, Mary. Welcome. Ah, okay. I need to figure out where the chain from the crane is dropped. Or dropped, where it's like lowered down to. Because I need to hook that to the boat at some point. But I don't know.
They're nailed tight. I can't make out what was once written on the crates.
Can't. See, this is where when we're obviously not her now, and I guess we're not the right size. When we were in the past in Fiona, she could crawl through here. We cannot, though. So, can't do anything here. Plus, she had crawled here, and then I think down this way. We're not able to go any farther. Like, we go there, and then we stop. So, that's not going to be a way to go to try to find more. So, we basically... Here, I'll show you. I'm not going to run around a whole bunch of places to show you. I'll just show you briefly here. Oops, no. We're here. Okay, out. Okay, so right here is a maintenance shaft. Okay, so on the top of the ship, let me do this really briefly so you can get better. Okay, so on the top of the ship, there's this crane and it's got a chain coming down, right? So basically, so the chain on the crane can move forward and back, okay? And then the crane can move left and right, okay? So right now the chain's not connected to anything. We've done this already earlier in the game. If we move the chain back, it's hanging over a grating that goes directly into the mess hall. That's down below, like in a deck lower than where we are right now. So we had used that to go down to the mess hall. We connected that with some rope and hooked it up to a crate or a pallet with a bunch of crates and stuff on it. We lifted that up and then we could access a couple of doors that were underneath that. Okay? But we don't need that right now. We don't need access to that area right now. So, anyway, so the point is, if we pull that chain back up, okay, and then we move it forward, the chain is close. So I will show you this. So let me go back here. So I will show you this. So if we go... I'll move the crane and you'll have a better idea of what I was saying as well. Let me think what I want to do with it. So... yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you can see the crane, and you see the boat. So the chain is right next to the boat, right? So you've got the boat is here, and the chain is right by it, but not over it. So there are two things there. Number one, we're not actually connected to the boat. So obviously you cannot lift the boat up if it's not connected. The second thing is that I guess there are two other things. The second thing is that we would have to physically tie the chain to the boat, and we're not able to right now. No, not well. I mean, maybe at some point, but currently, with where we are right now, no. I don't know. Maybe there's something else we have to do. So basically, so the boat's like that, and the chain's next to it, but not over it, right? So if we look out here, you'll see that the boat is blocking the door.
Something is barring the door. I can't get out.
That's where the boat is.
The door.
The boat's right there. So I need to be able to get outside to be able to hook that rope to the chain. Right? So that's the second thing. First thing is that the chain's not quite over the boat. So even if you could like drop the chain in the boat and like, you know, lift it up, maybe it would hook onto something. That's not going to happen right now because the chain's not over the boat. Secondly, the boat is blocking the way to get out, so we can't manually do it currently. We need to find some way out, I think. The third thing, and the last thing is that we need to actually hook up the chain to the rope. But that would be solved. 3 would be solved by 2, which is if we can get outside. Tilt the whole ship. Yeah, I don't know how we tilt it. I tried steering wheel before. It didn't really do anything, so I don't know.
Used to steer the ship, but with no one steering it, who knows where we might end up.
Yeah, she just describes that. This is the course we're taking, following along, like next to islands and things. The compass is spinning. Can't do anything with that. Yeah. These, although they don't highlight, these are just communication tubes, right? So on older boats, they had pipes. You would speak into the pipe. It would echo, and somebody down on a lower level would hear you through the pipe. Kind of like a very super early version of a telephone or something, right? Of an old telephone, right? So not a cell phone, but like an earlier version of telephone with wires. Anyway, so these aren't going to do anything that way. Out the
I can see the ship's bow outside. Nothing but water as far as the eye can see. If only I knew where we are.
Well, we do because of the sea chart. She just didn't change what she says. So that's the bow. But she didn't actually look outside other than saying she saw the bow. So that didn't give us any clue for anything out there. Souvenirs is going to be... I've already looked at that too before. It's just going to be like creepy souvenir thing, whatever. Ship's wheel. It's like, I could see one of a couple of things. Either if we could access the rudder of the ship, that would move course a little bit. That in the change, hitting waves a little differently might cause the lifeboat to shift over a little bit. It possibly could. Or like you said, rotating the pitch of the ship. But to do that, it's actually not the pitch. What is it called? The pitch is front and back. This is the yaw. So to adjust the yaw of the ship, but I'm trying to remember what else would adjust that. Like weight, all the weight on one side of the ship would obviously adjust its yaw some, but yeah. So in English we call it a trapdoor, because in the past people had used the trapdoor in executing a trap. So like the trap was an ambush. So historically, people would dig a little pit in the ground, or have an area that they had, like a small room or something that they had made under the floor, either way, and then they had a door, and so when people came in, they could ambush them. And so the trap was the ambush. So they would open the door, and then they would ambush the people. So a trap, that we call that a trap door. Historically, that's how it was used, and then the name has just always stayed the same. We never changed the name. I think a lot of people probably don't know that. A lot of people think trapdoor, they think trap, and so they think something like an arrow gets triggered by a string or something, but it was much simpler than that. Anyway, a fall door. Oh, yeah. That makes sense, because if the door's not shut, or if the door is not strong enough for something, you could fall through. That makes sense. So I saw the port on that side, right? So I'm going to see the bow on this side.
There's the upper deck. I can't make anything out too clearly through the dirt, but there seems to be a huge structure out there. Could be a crane.
Yeah, that's for sure a crane. This is going to be the same, or did she say something else? She might see the boat. So that does show you where things are. I just need to be able to hook that rope that's on the lifeboat to the chain. Then I can use the crane to move it. But I don't know. One more time. Let me see if there's, like you said, let's see if there's a fall door or a trap door to get. I'm not seeing one. I see like a grate or whatever, so you can look down into rooms below. But I don't see a door. There's also way over on the left what looks like ventilation of some kind. But I don't remember anything underneath that would let us access that. So anyway, so down below, what I was looking at was, so if you look where the chain is, I was looking to try to find what would be directly below the chain now. But hang on. If I lower this down, so let me just explain. So when the chain was back, not on the front like it is now, but back toward the post that's holding it up, I could lower it and attach it to a rope and lift that set of crates in the mess up. So if I lower it now, I thought that was going to be a different room, but now I'm wondering if that's not just a different place in the mess hall. Maybe that's a different place. I just need to look around the mess hall now. Maybe. Let's see. If I go down here, do I see cargo on pallets, hanging crates? So the chain, if I left the chain down the other spot, I could connect it to this. Where is the chain now? I don't see a chain currently from this angle. Lift something up to the open the trap door and then move the boat. Yeah. Trying to see. Still no chain here either. Where did that chain go? The only thing I know that could lift something is that chain. So, but I don't know. I don't see where the chain went. Cargo on pallets.
I can't reach it.
She does say she can't reach it, making me think that maybe I can climb up there, but I can't get on the table.
It's been set for 5 people. The rotten remains of the last meal are sitting on all the... Not an unusual pastime.
So, the dice on the table, just to get him to shut up. And,
Not an unusual pastime.
but I can't get on the table itself. So how could I climb on this? And that's, well, actually, I don't know what I'm thinking because these hanging, that chain does not have anything connected to it. So if that chain does not have anything connected to it, that's not what these are anyway. So that still doesn't give me the chain that I want. I want to see the crane moved this way. So over here, somewhere should be the chain. But it's not. Not that I can see. So
Quite high up.
yeah, see, speaking tube. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. uh
Damn. A very short, small metal pin just broke. It was holding the pump arm in place. But if I could find something that's roughly the same size and shape, then I might be able to fix it. I'm not just gonna shoot off a couple rounds, with no good reason.
I like stick the barrel of the gun in there, but no. Yeah, I think. I'm not totally sure, but I think I still at some point need some small piece of metal to slip in there like the pin. But I don't know where I would find that either. So I think if I do this, I can then move the pump, which will lower the water enough that I can go down this trap door here. You were asking about that kind of a door, so there's one here. So but this is full of water right now. So if I do the pump and pump the water out, then I can open the trap door and go underneath. There might be more stuff down there to get, but I don't know where I get the pin for that. I've looked around, I've looked around the entire ship that's currently accessible. But I don't know. It's always possible there's a little sliver or something that ends up being actually metal that I can use for that I've just not hovered over. I've just somehow barely missed it or whatever, but I can't stay in this close view either, really. It doesn't keep me here. This is nice for now, so I can look at things more closely, but at a certain point it's going to pull out. And then the camera will pull away, and then I won't be able to see stuff as easily. Oh, I'm glitched. So it did it again. Hang on. Maybe this will unglitch me. There we go. You glitch and you go through the floor and then you can't go where you want to go. But that's okay. We are out of the glitch now. Let's back up the same way. Blocked by this. This is also blocked by this. Because apparently this is attached to this too. Which is weird because it's not even hanging on to this, but whatever. But I think I've already gotten everything in here. There were some things to find earlier, but I think I've cleaned this out. And this was where Fiona had stayed in the past. But I've been in here multiple times. I didn't see anything in there. So Oh, this... No, yeah. That's right. The rope from the crane, this is not the chain we let down. This engine is what allows the crane to run and lift things. And this is the rope, meaning the part that controls whether the crane lets something down or whether it rotates or whatever. So this is just the control of the crane, basically. For a second I was like, oh, is that? And I was like, wait, no, that's not the chain from the crate. So something that could be used as a pin for that so we can get down below, or some other place where the chain is, or some other way to get outside. One of those three things I think is what I need next. There's this wall, so you can't go any farther that way. So this maintenance shaft, if you look in it, it shows you basically up above, you can see the crane, and down below you could see the mess hall. So that's not our way out or anything like that. This here I've looked at. She says she'll just find water outside though. So she's not gonna, we're not opening that or anything. Every time I've tried, and I tried it just today. Every time I try, she just says, nah. So, at least for now, we're not doing that. I think maybe at some point we will do that. If we rotate the crane and lower the boat, maybe once we've lowered it, it'll be right outside here and we can open this and go out. But for now, we're not opening that. So... I've made some decent progress today. I finally used the chip log, finally used the sextant. Well, finally, you haven't had the sextant all that long, but I used the sextant, finally used the chip log. And then we talked to Lex and had a conversation, pointed out the stuff we had learned. But not quite enough yet. And I've still not in here found anything that'll work for like a pin or anything like that. Yeah, so I made some progress, so that's nice.
Metal tools, cogwheels, and springs is lying around. However, time has taken its toll, and almost everything is rusted. The pipe's warm, and it's vibrating. But what's its purpose on a sailing ship? A sketch of a clockwork.
Which is this one. This didn't end up helping us as far as I could tell. Because we can't actually get a zoom in to look at it. And we got this working already. This here just tells us basically, or gives us an idea, what people from the past, so ghosts probably now, were in the view of the person making the clockwork. Which ones were good, and so we'll go to Heaven's Gate, and which ones were evil, so go to Hell's Gate. So the captain, the doctor, and one other crew member, some miscellaneous guy we don't know, are supposedly evil. And then Fiona, who's up there right now on Heaven's Gate, and the cook, apparently, and then some unnamed, or so, and then so Fiona, the cook, and somebody else, I don't remember the other one, somebody else, are supposedly good. Oh yeah. Okay. I never remember what you've seen specifically. I remember that you show up. I don't remember what specific parts you've seen, so I apologize on stuff like that. Okay. And we cannot crank that at all, apparently. I'm sure the answer is she's not going to do it, but let's try this.
I'm not just gonna shoot off a couple rounds. With no good reason.
Yeah, so we're not going to shoot the door open or anything. Yeah. No problem. Yeah, see, none of this stuff, it's metal shelves. None of this stuff is like, has like a little pin or something I would use. So... and again, like I said before, possible always that I've missed something, but I don't think there's anything in the captain's quarters left to try to examine, or in the doctor's quarters. So I think neither of those are going to be where we find a pin. Metal pin. But I don't know. I don't see, there's obviously no exit to somewhere else on the ship from here, or out in the hallway up to here, except for that one shaft that goes down to the mess hall, and the one door that basically leads outside, right, with the water. So where am I trying to... It's always possible there's like a crevice somewhere like this that I've overlooked. I have hovered around, but I mean, you know, if you're not expecting something to be there, I think often your hovering, or my hovering at least, might be less thorough than it needed to be. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything now either. So I don't know. This goes back to where Lex is, but he's resting on a bench, so is obviously in the way. I've looked at the lifesavers before. I don't know if we're going to get... anything new. I guess we could look at them again and see.
I'm already on board, so I don't need it anymore.
Same with this
I'm
one.
already on board, so I don't need it anymore.
Is this the blood from when Lex went in there however long ago now? So I'd even, at one point, I'd even thought maybe this bar we could pull off, but I've hovered right on, directly on the bar, and it's always just wall hatch, so that's not anything different. Try this area again, but I still don't think.
I took a letter from the picture frame.
Yeah, there was one like behind it or whatever, stuck in the corner earlier. Which I've seen multiple games do that. I don't know who sticks a letter behind a picture frame, but you know. I mean, I guess you do you if that's a thing. Maybe it's a cultural thing. I would never think to stick a letter behind a picture frame though. Seems a little strange to me. Like, not like there's really a purpose to doing that. I mean, unless you're on purpose trying to hide things. So if your actually goal is to hide things, I could see doing that. But unless your goal is to hide things, why would you do that? And so in the normal functioning of a ship, I don't think, maybe the doctor had, you know, maybe the doctor had something to hide.
Ether. Keep away from children. The bottle's open and the contents have long since evaporated. The label says, Ether. Keep away from
Nothing
children.
new.
The bottle's open and the contents have long since evaporated.
I don't think so.
I shouldn't waste the fresh water.
Yeah, didn't think so, but want to check. Bed, Bible, we've already done those. And the enamel bowl we've looked at as well. It says enamel bowl, which is weird, but it's basically a bowl where a little bit of the enamel has worn away, and so I think it's, I don't remember if she says it for sure, but I think it's rusting a little bit or something. Anyway, a little bit of the enamel is worn away. Look at the cracked mirror. It's nothing special. She doesn't get a. She did not even get a cutscene that was creepy or anything. So missed opportunity. Probably though. I'm guessing they probably looked at that and go, "That's like an obvious thing. Let's not worry about it." Because that is one thing when you're trying, even though this is a point and click, that is one thing when you're trying to do horror. You're trying to surprise people. Because when you don't expect it and then the thing happens, you're like, oh, right? You're shocked. That's kind of part of what you try to accomplish in a lot of stuff, but especially in something like horror or a murder mystery. Then surprise is extremely important and effective if you do it right. You get it in other things too, like in a fantasy adventure, like if you'd never read it before, if you read Lord of the Rings, then some of the stuff in there would be surprising. You'd be like, oh, that's interesting, right? But it's especially needed in a mystery or horror, which often overlap. Like, why is all the blood on the floor in this room? In this house that I know is haunted because I've already run into ghosts or something. So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, me too. Anyway, so my point was, obviously there's at least a chance that they saw that there was, they had the cracked mirror and they saw that there was the chance for a scare, and they're like, people done that already, and so they did not want to do it, right? Just check around here again in case there's something I missed for like a pin or something. Still keeping in mind looking for where there might be an opening so I could see where that chain ended up, maybe. Don't see anything here though. So what have I not analyzed in here? Looked at all the pictures. Blood. This is where a crate had fallen and Lex got injured. I've already done the gas outlet stuff here. We did that like very early. Like, I think within the first 2 hours of playing, I did this stuff. Frame picture. Drawer, which is this one, which is open. Desk bell. Logbook. Ink and quill pot. Hey, yeah, I've looked at the peppercorn before, but I don't know any point in, like, I don't know what you do with the peppercorn.
Peppercorn that fell out of one of the crates.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try this, but I don't think I want to do this with the pepper. Where's peppercorn here?
I shouldn't waste the fresh water.
Yeah. If there's nothing else, like, what am I gonna shoot the peppercorn? That doesn't make any sense, right? So, quart bottle, which is long since dried out or been emptied or whatever. Oil lamp. We never did end up putting any oil in this, which strikes me as weird, but because there's that barrel of oil down in the mess hall too, or whatever. But I mean, whatever. We'll do what the game wants us to do. Obviously, it's pretty obvious to me, at least, that at this point, that at least some of the things in the game are there just for flavor, just for like interesting description and to like for immersion or something, not actually anything you need to do, you need to interact with or use. Nothing on the shelves here. Books. Hands up, little pepper. Yeah, that's right. Old crates, nothing. I don't think there's anything left near the bed either. There's the old bed. She says it's gross or whatever, or it's, yeah. So I don't remember. She says it's gross. She's like old
and
or
rotten.
something. Yeah,
Not a place for a good night's sleep.
yeah. Rotten was what she said. That's right. Obviously, you can make the assumption, which is correct, when I see stuff like the note here, and I literally just pass by it and don't ignore it. When I just ignore it, that's because I've already read it previously, so I'm not going to read it again. Yeah, so apparently Twitch has now put a limit on how many hours of footage I can have saved on my channel. So I used to save past streams with highlights. I just highlight the whole stream, and then you'd have to copy the stream if you ever want to look at it again later or something. Nah, I ended up having to delete a bunch of those, so it is what it is. They're just gone now. Tinned food, which we still are never going to do anything with, I don't think. Shoot the tin can doesn't make sense. Use water on the tin can doesn't make sense. So at least now we don't have anything. And if I just click it, she just says it's old food or whatever. There's nothing up here. It's like a... And obviously we don't see the chain from the crate or anything over here. Huh. I don't want to, but I might end up needing to consult a walkthrough. But let me keep trying for a while. Because I don't... We opened this trapdoor, but unfortunately it just led us to this note. This was not too long into the game. I think we did stuff with the fuel here. Turn the light on, and then this is one of the next things we did, I think. Interesting. What have I not tried yet? Like you had said, we could try adjusting yaw or pitch on the boat, but I can't currently. If I click the steering wheel, she does nothing. As far as I can tell, looking at things we've already discovered, I have no way of accessing the rudder, and there's no way I can shift all of the weight from one side of the ship to the other, because most of the stuff that would weigh something like the crates, they're either too heavy for her to lift, or even if that were not true, the game lets me only look at them and comment on what they look like or whatever, not actually do anything with them. I can't actually move them or whatever. Let me, one sec here, turn something off. Just turn that off. So... This music's cool. Copyrighted, but I don't get in trouble for it. They actually, the people who made the music, they actually have decided to do sharing revenue, which is cool. I normally try to just cut out copyrighted music if I have a video that has it in it, because I don't want to maybe get in trouble later if they decide, because usually when you do copyrighted music in a game or something, they'll just say, you're not allowed to monetize. So, like, I don't get money off of it, which is fine. I do this as a hobby anyway. So, you cannot get money off this. We'll get the money off of it. The problem with that, though, is they can, without warning, the people who own the copyright can change their action they want on that, and then they could say, if you have copyrighted music, we're going to take down your video or something, and then I get a strike or something on my channel. I don't want that, so I try to cut it out usually. But if the company is like, we're going to share revenue with you, generally that signals to me that they don't mind the music being there, but they'd like to get something out of it. So in those cases, that's fine, right? But if they actually fully like claim the video, basically claim the video so that they get all the money, that tells me that they might at some point in the future be like, you know what, we're not getting any money off of your video because like I'm a smaller channel or something, therefore we're just gonna take your video down because we don't want you using our stuff without permission anyway, and we're not, it's not like we're making money, so it's not really a good, there's not really a point to, you know what I mean? I don't know, I just kind of have these kind of things I have to think about sometimes. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the chain is. I don't know where there's an exit to outside to get on the deck. And I don't know where some kind of pin or something is. So I don't know what else I would be trying to do at this point. It's one of those, I'm sure. But I'm not seeing anything anywhere. Well, crud. Okay, what could I shoot at that might be helpful? I can't think of anything. I don't think there's anything I would want to shoot at. Then, not pure maybe, but clean, fresh water. Where would I want that? The obvious place would be maybe in the doctor's quarters or something, but there's nothing there. Another obvious place would be the mess hall. That's where we got it. And we don't really have access to anywhere to cook things. I mean, there's the stove there, which is where the cook would make the meals. It's actually in the mess hall, so again, we're in the same hall, so... Why was there spooky music? That plays every so often. It's kind of the mystery of the ship music, I think. I think specifically it plays when we're out in the long hallway or whatever of the ship or the corridor, as well as like captain's quarters, doctor's quarters, that all the rooms out there. I think basically if we go out around the corner here and then back out to that corridor, anything from there on, I think, does the spooky music. These other areas, like here, music's not playing. It's like sounds of the ship. If I go down here, I don't think it plays either. It's just sounds of the ship. So you have this stove here, an oven where the cook would make his meals, like I said, but I am missing something. Okay, let's go move the crane's chain back here, hook it up, lift this up, and then I can look in these two rooms just in case there's something I missed in there. I still don't think there is, but this at least will let me look in some places that I've not just looked in a few minutes ago. So I want to lift it up first, actually. So that's up. Now back. And down again. Now if I go back to the mess. So that's why I was looking in the mess hall for where the chain ended up. Because, see how the chain's right here? The crane's not that long, so the chain would end up something around here. But we never saw it, so I don't know where the... supposedly that chain went, but it sure as hell wasn't here. I don't know. It's weird.
The chain's attached to the cargo now. I should be able to lift it up.
Unless the chain went into this room here or something. I don't think so, but if it did, it wouldn't matter because this would be in the way, so there's no way I could get to that behind that door anyway. So I wouldn't, if that were true, then I would still not see where the chain went. Because that crate would be in the way, and the chain would be behind, and like no point for me to... Which is fine, but that does not really... All that does is let me get to those rooms that I've already been in. But, like I said, that's kind of the point right now, is to see if somehow I missed something. There's a ventilation shaft.
This is where Fiona escaped her prison. Now it's flooded with water.
Oh, it's flooded with water? I did not remember it was flooded with water. That's fine.
A solid chair. Was there someone tied to it?
Pins or anything lying around? Like if she was a little girl, it's possible she had something like a bobby pin. Well, no. At this time in history, I don't know if they had bobby pins, actually. I have no idea when...
This is where Fiona escaped her prison.
When bobby
now it's
pins
flooded
were
with
made.
water.
Bed smeared with blood.
Where did all that blood come from? What kind of terrible things have happened down here?
Speaking tube in a hole.
There's a hole in the speaking tube.
This is so damn glitchy. We'll just go in the next room so the glitch goes away. That room is super glitchy. Anyway.
A solid chair. Was there someone tied to it? This is where Fiona escaped her prison.
So now we look at the other
flooded
thing.
with water.
Speaking tube, and she's gonna glitch out and go into the floor again, but...
A speaking tube.
Oh.
Used by the crew to communicate throughout the rooms.
Why, with the hole, why did she go up to the tube and it was just fine, but with the hole it's all bugged out? Okay, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know why that was different. I'm not gonna complain, but that was weird that was different, so different when they're right next to each other like that. See, that would have been something I, as a programmer, would have looked at and been like, now why are you going through the floor there? Try to fix that. Yeah, see, I see this, which I don't think this is blood. I think this is like probably like tar or something used to seal these up or something. Or condensation, maybe water over time. Anyway, I think that's what this is. There's nothing with there. That's not metal or anything. So there's nothing. Yeah. I don't think there's anything in this room now. Nothing by the door or anything. Okay, well, let's see what's in here, I guess. If there's anything more in here that I've missed. Because I have been here before. Shipping crate. Let's see.
The inscription on the crate is illegible. The inscription on the crate is illegible. The inscription on the crate is illegible. The inscription on the crate is illegible.
Those are all the same thing.
They remind me of wine barrels, but there's definitely no wine inside. A liquid sweating out with an acrid smell. I shouldn't waste the fresh water.
Okay, so no with that. Probably also no with
It's
this.
best if I don't shoot at those big barrels.
Oh, that's different. It's best if I don't shoot at the big barrels. So should I shoot at a small one?
I'm not just gonna shoot off a couple rounds, with no good reason.
So something's up with the big barrels, because she said it's best not to shoot them. That doesn't mean we're gonna do anything with them, but you know, that's interesting. That she said that differently, though. So we had two things so far in the game that could have functioned as if they were pins, neither of which has worked. So one of them was a nail we found on a workbench when we first analyzed the workbench, and we used that in the vise. So there's in the mess hall there's a workbench and there's a vise attached to it, like a vise, like the grips. So we stuck the nail in there and bent it around like a hook, and then attached to a fishing pole and used that to grab something else earlier. So that was one of those we used for something else that was not used in that pump that's down in the mess hall. The second one we could have used, and that's why I bring it up, is because we're in the area where we found it. We found a rod that basically was not the. So if you take a really old rifle that used the flint lock, so you had to pull back the hammer, there was flint, the hammer struck the flint, that ignited the spark, which ignited the gunpowder inside, which then propelled the ball out to shoot somebody. So that the metal rod we found for that was the stuffing rod that you would use to stuff your shot and your the wad paper. What's it called? Mind blank. I'm not thinking what the wad paper is called. Anyway, that and all that other stuff. So that was the rod we found. That rod we ended up using. You connected it to a bed warmer that you got hot, and then you could use it to open the bed warmer and dump coals. We ended up using that as well. So those both had a use, but neither of them were for the pin that's in that pump. Read that diary page already. Yes, they're ashes and cloth.
It seems to be connected to the boiler. It seems to be connected to the boiler.
But she's not actually going to pull it. Yeah, 3 people apparently all died, burned to death or whatever, for being by the boiler, I guess. And then there's, of course, the cloth. If I remember right, she suspects that the cloth might have once belonged to Fiona, who's the little girl. That's still just the boiler, not anything in particular about the boiler or anything. We're not going any farther behind, okay. For a second I thought maybe there was something back there that I missed that she could get to, but she's not going to go any farther. Okay. Same thing over this way. She's not going any farther.
Ashes everywhere. Who would do such a horrible thing to a child? Ashes everywhere. Who would do such a horrible thing to a child? The coals are put in here.
Well, yeah, boiler hatch.
It looks like Fiona's. If only I knew what happened to her.
I mean, when
Ashes everywhere. Who would do such a horrible thing to a child?
I was gonna say, if only I knew what happened to her, except that there's a pile of ashes right by the cloth. So, I mean, I guess technically it could be a misdirect, like a red herring. You think it means something, but actually doesn't. But having those clues next to each other seemed to be, at least, pretty obvious what happened to her, unfortunately.
It gets the coals to the oven.
Very unfortunately. Nope. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. All right.
This one's filled with water.
Wait, what?
This big barrel contains oil.
Oh, and this
one's filled with water.
Water, oil, I see.
What's inside there could be the remains of apples.
Ew. After all these years, gross.
What's inside there could be the remains of apples. Looks like there were lemons in this one.
That's gross. I did not remember that there were rotten things hanging around in the barrels still. Makes sense. I just don't remember. Did not remember her talking about it. Gross. She's like, I mean, on a good day or something that could be wine, but right now it's just gross. Like it might be apple wine or something, but no, right now it's just rotted and disgusting. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything in there. So I think I can just move that back down. Because I don't think we want that down. I think we want that up so it's near the lifeboat like we were talking about earlier, so that she potentially could connect the rope that's on the lifeboat
I've detached the cargo from the crane.
with the chain. So... then I think we'll move it forward again. So it's by the boat. So another possibility, although I don't know of a way to open the portholes or anything to do it, but another possibility is if I could get a long hook, I could maybe hook the rope to the chain or something. With the cargo attached. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. That's a good call. Maybe I can. Oh, whoops. I already moved it forward. I have to move it back again. Hang on. Move it back. That's a good call. I don't even know if I've tried that or not. I do not remember trying that, so I probably have not. It's possible I have, but I don't think so. Yeah, let's try that. Good idea. Good idea, Mary. Thanks. Let's see if that'll work. If that'll do anything. I could try moving it side to side and also trying to move it forward, right? All of those. See if any of those work once it's connected. Rope.
The chain's attached to the cargo now. I should be able to lift it up.
Stairs. I was like, kept hovering. I was like, wait, that's pipes. Where are the stairs? Little tiny corner. Okay, so pull it up. A little bit of a graphical glitch. You'll notice the rope was not actually connected to anything in the cutscene, but that's fine. Okay, move the rail forward.
I can't move the crane as long as the cargo is fixed to it. I can't move the crane as long as the cargo is fixed to it.
For all of them?
I can't move the crane as long as the cargo is fixed to
Okay.
it.
Okay, so the answer is no. We cannot do that. It's a good idea, though. I did not remember if I had done that or not, so it's a good idea. Unfortunately, it does not do anything, but it was a good idea. Definitely. Because it could bang into something and maybe rock the ship or something. That was a really good idea. Too bad it did not pan out, but that was a very good idea.
I've detached the cargo from the crane.
Alright. Try this one more time with moving the chain and seeing if I could see where the hell it's gone.
The crane's blocked. Looks like I can only move it forwards when the rope is pulled up. The crane's blocked. It looks like I can only turn it when the rope is pulled up.
Okay, so that's the same idea, except instead of when the crate's connected, it's just when it's down. Or when it, yeah, well, it's down, so I need it up. I mean, it looks like forward is where we're going to want it anyway, so it'll be by the boat. So there's not that much of a difference if I have it lower. Then next time I just need to raise it up. Okay. Now let it down. So it's got to be the mess hall still, right? The door's there. So it's directly over the table. Why can I not get an angle and see the chain over the table? That seems weird to me. Like I should be able to see the chain somewhere, right? Right around here? But apparently the answer is no. Strange. Okay, give me a second here. Let me look at a walkthrough and see what they... Because I'm definitely confused. Like, why can I not... Anyway. Okay, let's see. Okay, get a revolver, go to the mess hall. Oh, really? Okay. That was simple enough. Apparently I need to examine this and then get a cartridge out of it. Get like a bullet casing out of it.
I'm taking one bullet out.
That is not intuitive to me. You would take a bullet out of that. Okay. And then we can use this on the pump as the thing that holds it in place.
A replacement for the metal bolt.
I would not have said, hey, maybe a bullet here will work. I would not have thought that's the thing. Okay. So the pump is the thing. We were in the right direction, just did not know that the bullet casing was what we were going to use for that.
Looks like there's less water underneath the planks now. The water inside the hatch is definitely diminishing.
Keep going until it's empty, I think, right?
I think I've completely drained the water.
What is with the noise? What the hell? Okay.
I guess the hook drifted along further. I should check somewhere else.
Where else was... Oh, maybe I go in the ventilation shaft in Fiona's old room anyway. In which case I probably want to move that back. Yeah, let's go up here. So I want to move this back, I think. Lift that cargo up and then try to the ventilation shaft where Fiona was being kept. Yeah. That was unexpected. Long groaning noise. With what was happening, I almost expected the ship to lurch to the side a little bit or something, but I pull it back and then lower it again. A bullet casing, wow. I guess technically if I had just thought, because I'd done it with other stuff, if I would have just thought to examine this, I would have got the casing out automatically, because that's what happened. Didn't even think to examine the revolver. I'm like, it's a revolver. Why are you looking at the revolver? But apparently... I mean, when I get like a Smith & Wesson or something in my hands, first thing I do is not go, ooh, I wonder how this works. I just, I might look at it a little bit like, oh, nice, quality or something. But then I would just, go to a target range and aim and shoot or whatever. I would not go, oh, I wonder how this works. Oh, did a little bullet come out? Oh, that's so shocking. Yeah, I have to attach this. That's what I said. That's the next step. Then we'll lift it up. Then we'll go in Fiona's room with the ventilation
The chain's
shaft.
attached to the cargo now. I should be able to lift it up.
And then once we try clicking on the ventilation shaft, because it's not full of water, I think that's where we're going to be crawling in. So up. See how there's no chain on the top of this? That's why I was saying the glitch was. Not a big deal, but I mean, it's, you know, it's noticeable, of course. Okay, Fiona's room.
Good, the crane's hook. We could lower the lifeboat into the water with it. Wait, what's that? That's the amulet.
Oh, Fiona's. Damn. Flashback, I guess?
Now come on, Fiona. I have your best interest at heart.
It's empty.
He wants to kill
but
you.
It smells like oil. There's a needle behind the glass. It's moving. It's too hot to touch.
Don't listen to him.
Crate, barrel.
It's blocking the way. The room is filled with barrels. It smells a bit funny.
I'm going to actually save it here. I don't know why you douche buckets think that I'm not going to ban your ass when you do crap like that. Get the hell out of here. So annoying.
Come on, I know you're in there.
You've got to be more clever than him.
Can I? Oh, back. There we go.
If he gets you, you will suffer terribly.
Speak to me.
That's only for oil. I can't reach the liquid inside the barrel like this. The room is filled with barrels. It smells a bit funny.
So I need to open this, I guess, somehow. Oh, I could use this,
can't
maybe.
even begin to think about all the terrible things that he could do to you.
Eek! The glass broke. A
I
tiny
won't
needle
punish
fell
you
out.
if you come out right now.
The needle
He is
fell out of
evil.
this device. Now there's a hole in the
I'm
barrel,
not going to do you any harm.
and a liquid is coming out of it. Now the can is filled
I'm
with this
going
weird
to help you.
liquid.
And then we have...
The glass is smashed, and the needle fell out.
Fiona,
Save yourself.
now be a good girl and come to me. Oh, God damn it, you little brat! Just wait until I get my hands on you.
I can go.
My patience is now at an end.
It's blocking the way.
Oh, there's the exit.
I'll get you.
He wants to kill you.
This is
Don't
heavy.
listen to him.
Just wait until I get my hands on you.
making sure there's up the coal chute or down the hatch.
You need to defeat him.
The coals block the way onto the coal chute. I can't get any coal from there. The doctor would catch me.
I can hear you.
Or else he's going to sell you.
Now come out of there at last.
Or he's going to cut you open.
Trying to think. I think I need coal from here to come down. Okay, I have an idea.
You're done for.
I don't know that it's gonna work though. I might not have enough. I mean, it might not give me any time to do anything. We'll see.
Come out now before things get worse.
There's nothing to dig here.
He is evil.
Don't have.
Wait! Don't run away! I'm starting to get fed up with this.
If I go fast enough, maybe I can grab some coal.
I'll hit you.
No,
I can help
doesn't
you.
give me any time. Doesn't give me any time to do it. Dang. Shoot. So I don't know what the point of having the shovel is if I can't. See if there's anything else in here before I move on. Back across again.
Save yourself.
There's the boiler.
There's nothing to dig here.
Yeah, not that.
You can't hide forever.
Not seeing anything more over here. Okay, let's go down here again.
I can hear you. My patience is now at an end.
There's nothing to dig here.
It's only for digging. I don't
She
see
wants
any
to
other
kill you.
coal or anything here, so there's not that.
Don't listen to him.
See, it's almost. He needs one more step, but I
Just
don't know
wait
how to
until I
get
my
him.
hands on you.
I don't know how to get him to actually go on the door for that. I thought maybe this, I could toss the shovel and he'd go after
There's
it.
nothing to dig here.
But she just says that
You
instead.
need to defeat him.
Yeah, I know I need to defeat him, dummy. Obviously I need to defeat him.
else he's going to sell you.
I thought about... I don't think it's going to work. Let me try something, though.
You're done for. Now come out of there at last.
Yeah, I can't get him from there. If I go here, go back, I don't think I can look between the crates anymore. Now that I've used the
Wait,
oil, I don't think I
don't
can do
run
that
away.
anymore.
Or he's going to cut you open.
Yeah, gap between the crates. Oh, I can.
Come out now, before things get worse.
I can hardly lift the shovel.
No. So I cannot do
I'm
that.
afraid of the wicked man.
Yeah.
He is evil.
So I can look between, but I still cannot.
Get fed up with this.
The glass is smashed, and the needle fell out. The room is filled with barrels. Smells a bit funny.
So my idea did not work. I was thinking maybe if I go through here, she
I
could
can
try to
help
use
you.
the shovel, but the shovel's too heavy. So
It's blocking the way.
and this, I can only look at the doctor, right? I can't do anything else.
Save yourself.
See if there's anything else back to go back out, of course. Yeah, it looks like
You
that's
can't hide
it.
forever. My patience is now at an end. I'll get you.
He wants to kill you.
It's a coal chute, but I can't.
Don't listen to him.
There's nothing to dig here. There's nothing to dig here.
Just wait until I get my hands on you.
You need to defeat him.
I can hear you.
Or else he's going to sell you.
Nothing here close by other than that lever, right? So I think if I could even just toss
Now
something,
come out of there at last.
or something like by the boiler, like toss a piece of coal or something, he might go over there because he hears it, and then he'll stand on that plate, and then I could use the lever. But I don't see anything. I thought trying this, but when I do it on the
Or
boiler,
he's
she
going
says
to cut you open.
there's nothing to dig, which of course is true, but that means that obviously that's not going to work. So boiler there. What if
Come
I
out now,
look at it?
before things get worse.
It's gone black from the coal.
Okay, so that didn't do anything else except say what it looks like. So it's not like a gun
is
thing where
evil.
there's a magic bullet that I'm pulling out that I didn't realize was there to pull out. Already tried using it on the lever.
I'm starting to get fed up with this. I can help you.
Where's my exit back out? Oh, there we go.
You're done for.
Save yourself.
Wait. Don't run away. You can't hide forever.
There's nothing to dig here. There's nothing to dig here. There's nothing to dig here.
So none of those.
My patience is now at an end.
He wants to kill you.
I'm afraid of the wicked man.
Yeah.
Don't listen to
I
him.
can hardly lift the shovel.
Just wait until I get my hands on you.
This stuff's across the aisle or
You
whatever
need to
from
defeat
him.
him.
So obviously that's not going to be something I could access from here anyway. So the shovel not on any of this stuff. Wait, I don't know.
Or else he's going to sell you.
I'll get you. Now come out of there at last.
Or he's going to cut you open.
Got you. Come out now, before things get worse.
I was able to climb there. Before she said she couldn't. Just on a whim, I decided to try it again. Down the
He
coal
is
chute.
evil.
There's nothing to dig here.
Let's see.
I'm starting to get fed up with this.
I'm wondering now, though, if I should have, Oh, no, here we go. Maybe?
There's nothing to dig here. There's nothing to dig here.
Oh, still no.
The coals are put in
I
here.
can help you.
It's glowing.
A piece of coal or something would be nice, but I apparently can't get any of that from this. So other than going back down, there's literally nothing to do up here? That's no bueno.
Save yourself.
Oh, no, I can go this way. Oh, okay. That's good.
You can't hide forever.
I can't open it without a tool. There's nothing to dig here.
My patience is now at an end.
I had clicked once and she did all this walking that I did not choose to do. So apparently I clicked the one thing that takes her
He
over
wants
here.
to kill you.
I guess. Pig head on a hook?
Don't listen
It's
to him.
dead. And there's a hook pierced through it. Now I can reach
Just
the
wait
piggy's
until I
head.
get my hands on you.
Over this way?
You need to defeat him.
Sacks. So I try to drop into the sacks or something? Maybe. Feels
Or
like
else
that's
he's going
gonna-
to sell you.
Now come out of there at last.
Pretty sure I needed to do this. Like get her up here. I did save it here. So let me save it again. So if I get caught going down the ship I can reload or whatever. Or down the chute.
There you are.
Or he's going to cut you open.
I can hear you. Come out now, before things get worse.
No, that won't help me.
You're done for.
He is evil.
He hears her
Fed up with this.
as she moves, so I don't know. How am I gonna? Okay, let's just reload while I'm up there.
My patience is now at an end.
Boiler hatch.
No, that won't help me. No, that won't help me.
So neither of those.
He wants to kill you. Don't listen to him.
And then this gets me caught, I assume.
Wait, what was that? Just wait until I get my hands on you. I'll get you.
You need to defeat him.
Okay, so she goes on the sacks and goes back where she was. So it doesn't really change either way. So how?
It's dead. And there's a
Or
hook
else he's going to
pierced through
sell
it.
you.
Ah, we have a separate hook now. What am I gonna do with the hook?
Now come out of there at last.
Maybe. Okay.
My patience is now at an end.
It's dead. And there's a
He
hook
wants to
pierced
kill
through
you.
it.
There's the suitcase up here? I don't think so, but I wonder if I do something with the suitcase with the hook, maybe.
Don't listen to him. Click.
we can take a look
Just
inside the
wait
suitcase.
until I get my hands
the
on you.
suitcase is empty now.
Oh, we got something. What do we get? Fluffy slippers. Oh.
Now we can
Now-
move much more quietly.
Come out
Now
there
he won't.
already.
Now he
need
won't
to defeat
hear
him.
her. Oh. Now we can get where he doesn't hear. We toss the pig head, and he'll hear it, and then go over and stand on that, I think.
I'm going to find you sooner or later.
Or else he's going to sell you.
Where are you? Talk to me. Now come out of there at last.
I don't want to do this with the head.
From the other side, maybe? Where I can actually get the plate? Maybe. Apparently the slippers affect her knees as she's
Or he's
crawling
going to cut you
along as
open.
well. I guess.
Come out now, before things get worse.
And it makes the noise, and he can't hear the noise
I
apparently
don't
either.
want to do this with the head.
So what am I doing with the head, I wonder?
He is evil.
I'm starting to get fed up with this. I can help you.
Trying to think if I...
Save yourself.
No, not over here. There's nothing else over here. Go this
You
way.
can't hide forever.
Right. The angle here.
I don't want to do this with the head. I don't want to do
patience is
this
now
with
at
the
an end.
head.
He wants to kill you.
It's not gonna.
Don't listen to him.
Just wait until I get my hands on you.
You need to defeat him.
He's down there, the wicked doctor. See? He's down there, the wicked doctor. See?
So that did not do anything new.
Or else he's going to sell you.
I don't think these don't make sense, but let me do them
I don't
anyway.
want to do this with the head. I don't want to do this with the head.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Now come out of there at last. Where are you? Come out and show yourself.
Or he's going to cut you open.
Up the coal chute. Look at the boiler.
The coals are put in here.
Boiler hatch.
I don't want to do this with the head.
So I don't know.
Come out now, before things get worse.
Okay. I have an idea. When I make noise
put
and
the shoes back on.
Ah,
What-
there you are.
He is evil.
when I do this and go over to the other side, it does draw
I
him
can
near
hear
that.
you.
That might be good enough.
I'm starting to get fed up with this.
Put these on.
Now I can move much more quietly.
Come out there already. I can help you.
Now maybe I do this with the boiler hatch. Let's see.
Save yourself.
I don't want to do this with the head.
You can't hide forever.
Modify.
Where are you? Talk to me. My patience is now at an end.
See, he's right by it, but not actually on it, right? Yeah. I need to get him to go over.
He wants to kill you.
I don't want to do this with the head. I don't want to do this with the head.
Don't listen to him.
So close but so far. How am I gonna get... Maybe it's not the pig's head, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with the pig's head if it's not this. Let me...
Just wait until I get
It's
my hands
dead.
on you.
It's dead. Okay, that doesn't help. And just that just takes him off. So he's in the right spot. I just gotta figure out how I get him.
You need to defeat him. Or else he's going to sell you.
I don't want to do this with the head. I don't want to do this with the head.
So it's neither of those. So what am I...
Now come out of there at last.
If I go in the sack, she's gonna wander back though, right?
Or he's going to cut you open.
Okay, I'm gonna replace this one, or we'll delete it and then save again. So I can just reload and be back here if going in the sacks just takes her back, because that doesn't obviously make sense to me. To just crawl back? Yeah, she's gonna crawl back. Why? Why would you do that? Why?
Come out now, before things get worse.
He is evil.
See, and now, but I can't exit. The only thing I can do is go back. She's gonna keep hiding even though she's stealthy now. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know what the point of going down is.
Or
there.
he's going to cut you open.
But I don't remember a pipe going like up over here. Oh, maybe. What if I go on... Can I go on that pipe? No, she goes there. She won't go up at all, though. So I'm not getting closer from up above.
Come out now, before things get worse.
I don't want to do this with the head. I don't want to do this with the
So,
head.
I don't know what we're doing with the head if she doesn't want to do. There's got to
He
be
is
some
evil.
purpose for it, clearly. I just don't know. Put it in the suitcase? That doesn't make sense to me, but maybe.
I don't want to do this with the head.
Yeah, okay.
I'm starting to get fed up with this.
The only thing I could have thought, or I thought was possible with the case, is you put it in the case and then you throw the case and then it makes a lot more noise or something. But I don't know.
I can help you.
Alright, well, I already just saved it up there. We'll go ahead and end for today. Apparently, I can't figure it out quite yet. We will figure it out, but not yet. We'll do that next time I stream. So a week from today, we'll try to figure it out more. I'm not sure. Obviously, there's something to do with the head. I don't know what that is. But clearly something is going to... Like, I think it seems pretty obvious. Maybe it's too obvious and it's not what you do. But it seems pretty obvious because he walks right by it and you pull the lever and it just misses him. That you're going to do something to make a noise like on the boiler hatch or the boiler door. So he'll step on it. You pull the lever and then he falls in. I think that's pretty clear that that's what you're supposed to do. Again, I could be wrong. Pretty sure that's what you're trying to do. So, we'll just try to see what that ends up being next time. I'm not sure offhand. Well, thanks, Mary, for joining me on the stream. I appreciate it. I will be streaming a little under, just a little bit, like 20 minutes less than 8 hours from now. So, if you're able to make it then, great. And if not, that's fine too, of course. Appreciate the support as always. Take care of yourself, but I will see you next time I see you. Until then, this is Xor signing off. Peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.